That is Laney Wilson, 4x4 by you, and it's now 8:06. Good morning, Jennings County. Welcome into Monday. It's April 6th, 2026. I'm Joe Ammerman. Great having you with us here this morning, and always pleased to have in the studio with us North Vernon Mayor Sean Gherkin. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Live in the studio makes it sound exciting, doesn't it?
It is, yeah. Uh, good Easter weekend.
We did have a nice Easter. Most of the family was together. Unfortunately, my oldest had to work, so we weren't all together. But my two sisters and went over to Mom's new house, and we had a nice little celebration. So it's a good day.
Well, good. Well, what's going on in North Vernon?
Well, it's bright again this morning. I can't really see you. I'm sure you're there. It's funny. We're here to spring. We're about to warm the car up weather again in the morning. It was a little bit chilly out this morning, but things are going well in the city. I'm on year 3 now of my first 4-year term. And so time's certainly going quickly. I'm working right now on what will really be to my knowledge, one of the city's first state of the city addresses. And that way, I like to take opportunities like this with you and also any others to try to be as transparent as possible and let people know what's going on, the good and the bad. And so working on that, and we'll get an update, how all the departments are going. And I thought today we could maybe just touch briefly on all of them here.
Okay. Well, what do we need to know?
Where do you want to start? Well, obviously, maybe the biggest thing going on right now is that police station being built.
Yes.
The team is planning a ribbon cutting grand opening in the month of May, so we'll make sure you get your invitation to that. The staff is really looking forward to moving, and you almost have to take a tour of the old building to really appreciate the new building. Now, they really were cramped in a very dated, poor facility, and so both the officers and the staff are really looking forward to spreading their legs out a little bit and being able to do things even more professionally than they already do when it comes to maybe training sessions with outside departments and other things like that. So we're looking forward to showing that off too.
It's an impressive looking building.
It really is. And, when it came out of the ground, it was a lot bigger than I think I had envisioned in my head, and I teased the chief a little bit, like, we really need this much room? I mean, this is something else. So, but as we've mentioned before, the building will last a good 50 years. And it came in under budget, and we were able to pay for the project with cash without increasing taxes or borrowing any money. So a good project for the city.
Okay.
Fire department, they would probably like a new building, right? Now the jealousy sets in, and they want a new place too. We're not quite ready for that, but wow, have they been busy too. The number of calls that they do increases monthly, certainly annually, a lot of them medical runs and things. And so it's really tough balancing, the size of the staff with the size of the community we have and the amount of resources we have. When I said I want to touch base on some of the negative things, one of the things that is potentially in our near future is the effects of Senate Bill 1. And I know the average person hasn't maybe studied that, but from the LIT side, the local income tax, which funds most of our public safety, the city of North Vernon, through all the math now from the financial advisors of the world, the Baker Tillys and so forth, it seems that the city in the state of Indiana that is most negatively impacted in the entire state will be the city of North Vernon.
Really?
With a decrease in lit revenue of almost $2.5 million, and when you put the pen to paper, you can't make the numbers work. And so it was the implementation of the county lit tax that allowed us to start a full-time fire department. If you recall, when I first took office, we had a couple full-time drivers, and then we just relied on volunteers. And so we were able to start a full-time fire department. We have 10 or 11 firefighters now and growing. And this law then really potentially sets us back light years. And so it's a concern not only for me as the mayor of North Vernon, but mayors across the state of Indiana. We're all kind of not all, but a lot of us are in the same boat. And we're doing a real grassroots effort with our legislators, representatives, and so forth. Alex has been great to work with and talk to. Really trying to get them to see the impact that this is going to have. And, from their standpoint, I think, the idea was save taxpayers money and there'll be a discount. But when you pull all the numbers together, the discount's really not there like you think it might be, right? You pay one way or another is the way things work. And so really trying to get them to reconsider and do some amendments to how the law is currently written. So at least until that's fixed, we're not going to be building a fire department.
Right. All right.
Street department, of course, continues to stay busy. The leader of our street department, if you will, the street superintendent, is stepping down at the end of the month. And so I'm in the process of trying to find his replacement, and I'll just tell you that won't be easy to do. Gary has been fantastic, a great department head, very knowledgeable, and he's going to be a tough one to replace. So that's kind of at the forefront of what I need to get done in the next couple weeks. The park department is about to go into full gear. I just mentioned to Tara, my administrative assistant, on the way in that my 2.5-year-old grandson has his first soccer match tonight. So soccer has started, baseball, softball is soon to follow. Pickleball leagues have started. If you've been out to the park on any night where the weather's nice, it's just a real treat to see the crowd. We've got people everywhere. Tripton Park continues to get utilized. The Quarry Overlook is still a popular project. If you've driven down 5th Street where the old Scales were recently, you can see Dave O'Meara Contractors has really started moving a lot of dirt for the second phase of our quarry project. So the one of a kind in the world playground and RV park construction has started on it, and we hope to have it finished by the fall. So a lot of things exciting at the Park and Rec department too. I continue to try to work with the Indiana National Guard to acquire the old armory. We want to use it to expand our Park and Rec department, have some much needed indoor space that the community desires and needs. Outside of our school systems, we don't have any hard courts or places really to play basketball or volleyball and things like that. And so really trying to look to add some indoor space for the community as well. So Park and Rec department continues to grow, and it's had a big turnaround the last few years. We're proud of it.
Yeah.
There's been a big investment over the fall at St. Anne's Golf Course. The Redevelopment Commission loaned the golf course some money to do some much needed improvements that hadn't been done over the years. There's been a lot of trees planted, a lot of bunkers created. The course is probably going to play a little more difficult than it had, and challenging than it had in the past. But we're also in the process of redoing cart paths, making improvements to the clubhouse, trying to add some outdoor seating for a little more of a social aspect, maybe if you want to watch a ball game or hang out with friends too. And so membership at the golf course, even though we're here just in the first week of April, has nearly exceeded last year's numbers already. Revenue is higher in the month of March than it has been in years past. And so, this time of year they fight the weather, but a lot of people are excited about playing out at St. Anne. So again, I know not everyone golfs, or not everyone has kids that play baseball, or not everyone, does what, not everyone is in the players this weekend, right? And so to each their own. And what I'm trying to do, if you don't do those sort of things, I encourage people to be patient, and we'll get to your hobby sooner rather than later, I hope. And so, we continue. Maybe one of the best examples, just to jump back, one of the first things I had intended to do after becoming mayor was get rid of the RC dirt track out at the park that sits next to the farmers market. I thought it was a little bit of an eyesore. And of course, I'd never been involved in RC racing and those sort of things. And so a couple of the members who kind of set up the tournaments approached me and sat down in my office and really made me a believer, if you will. And the amount of people and the places from where they travel to attend this thing, and it just became, well, we're not going to get rid of it. We're just going to do it better. We're going to make it look nicer. And so, that's another thing that it's a small group of people who enjoy it. There's a small group of people in some people's eyes who like golf or whatever the hobby may be. So we're trying to do a little bit of something for everybody. There's also been some talks about doing things like painting piggy banks or tie-dyeing t-shirts and things, just activities to do for those who maybe aren't athletes, right? It just doesn't have to be all baseball and softball centric all the time. So we are really trying to find something for everyone in the community to do. The Easter egg hunt at Tripton a week ago was a great success. There was a lot of people down there. We gave a lot of bicycles away. Again, by adding the amenities of things like Tripton and our new pool and pickleball courts and the quarry project, there's more to do around here than maybe people think. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And so keep your eyes open. Autumn at Main Street continues to do great things. 2 concerts have already been scheduled. We're just going to do 2 this year rather than the 3 that we had last year. And I wish I could tell you who the cover band people who we were doing this year, but it slipped my mind. I believe one is Billy Joel and Elton John, and the one in May, it slipped my mind. I'm sorry. We'll have to get Autumn on the radio next week. She
That's
can
right.
fill you in. So that's really what's going on with the city, from top to bottom. Again, excuse me, a lot of good things happening. And at this point, I'm just ready for the weather to warm up a little bit.
Yeah. Man, you covered a lot of ground there in a short amount of time.
There's a lot going on, and I probably forgot half, of what I had intended to say when I sat down. But next time, I'll take some notes, and again, be on the lookout for the state of the city, and we'll try to touch base on those topics and more.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, sir,
Thanks
for
for
coming
having
in.
me. Always a pleasure.
Sean Durkin, North Vernon Mayor.